Welcome back to Champions 101. In this video, we'll be focusing on selecting and controlling your champion in-game. Call of Champions has a wide variety of champions to choose from, and we're going to give you a broad understanding of how each can be maneuvered skillfully across the battlefield. This is Avalanche. You might remember this guy from our last video. Avalanche and any other champion can be moved to a location simply by tapping on screen. Tap any location to move your champion to that location. While your champion is moving, you can tap again to change the champion's course. All champions have floating bars above their heads while in game. This bar will show you the name of the player who is commanding the champion, as well as the champion's health. Anytime the champion takes damage, the health bar will drop to reflect this. When a champion's health bar is completely emptied, that champion will die. When a champion dies, they are removed from the game for a short duration. But don't worry, after that short duration, your champions will reappear in your base, ready to get back into the fight. In order to kill an enemy champion, you must use your champion's abilities as well as their basic attacks. Your champion will automatically basic attack any enemy champion that comes within range. When multiple enemies are within range, you may choose which enemy to attack by tapping on the enemy of your choice. If you do not wish to attack a nearby enemy, you must keep your champion moving. Once you have targeted an enemy, your champion will automatically chase after their champion unless you tap away. In Call of Champions, abilities generally do more damage than basic attacks, and they can be used on enemy champions as well as structures. Unlike many other MOBAs, all champion abilities are available at the beginning of the match, so you can get into the action as quickly as possible. Each champion has a unique set of abilities, and there are several different ways that these abilities can be cast. Some abilities have no target. When you press the ability button, the ability will automatically take effect. Some abilities require the player to select an area for the ability to take effect within. Some abilities can only affect a single target at a time and require the player to select that target after cast. Other abilities follow a path which originates at the player's location and moves forward in a direction indicated by the player. Finally, abilities may include one of the previously mentioned selectors, but also include a charging period. These abilities are activated when the player taps them, but are not released until the player taps again to confirm their target. Call of Champions currently has more than 15 champions to choose from, with many more on the way. When selecting a champion to play, it is important to consider their playstyle. There are 5 different roles a champion can fall into. Roles designate a general playstyle for the champions within them, but each champion differentiates itself from its role in a unique way. Tanks are crowd control oriented defenders who are capable of locking down enemies and absorbing damage in order to protect towers as well as more maneuverable damage dealing allies. Fighters are a hybrid role. They have less defense than tanks, but higher damage. Fighters often blend a mixture of melee and ranged abilities to barrel through enemy defenses and wipe out single targets. Mages are long-range damage dealers who excel in dealing sustained damage to enemies and taking down towers. However, mages have very low health and struggle when caught in close range. Assassins are close-range killers, capable of bursting down a single target with incredible speed. Assassins are also more maneuverable than other champions, as their low health makes them an easy target if an enemy manages to survive their attacks. Supports are masters of utility. With heals, snares, stuns, and shields at their disposal, they can keep allies alive under unlikely circumstances and lock down enemies so that teammates can take them out. You start the game with 3 champions unlocked: Seraphina, Khalid, and Avalanche. Playing matches earns you gold, which can be used to purchase new champions. Playing matches also earns champion experience. When a champion has earned enough experience, it can be leveled up. At each champion level, players may choose one passive ability, called a talent, from a pair of options. Talents improve champion performance in matches and increase the complexity of each champion's playstyle. Talents can alter champions in a variety of ways, including increasing champion damage, lowering cooldowns, or providing unique buffs to champion abilities, like increased radius on Cinder's Scorched Earth. All champions and talents can be unlocked simply by playing the game, but if you'd prefer to speed up the process, purchasing a premium Call of Champions membership will increase the amount of gold and experience you earn per game by 50%. So now you've got the basics for controlling and leveling your champion down. The next step is to hop into the game. Try playing a variety of champions to see who works best for you, and make sure to check out our forums for questions and more information. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll give you tips and tricks for mastering the game and playing with the best.